Welcome back. I'm sure you saw that little drawing there at the introduction of this segment, and it said, say no to fake. I like that. We're going to talk in this segment about anti-counterfeiting collaboration. It's all about fake, isn't it? It's all about stop faking other people's property. And if you find a fake in the market, for Christ's sake, don't buy it because it is not an original. You need the original, so say no to fake. Now, what is this all about? We're talking about the ACC, the ANTI, Anti-Counterfeiting Collaboration, which is a non-political, non-governmental, and not-for-profit coalition, which was formed in 2006. And it is an advocacy group to assist in reforming intellectual property laws in Nigeria. When we talk about intellectual property, most of us will think about music. But music is not the only thing that is owned by people that others try to use without the maker's permission. There are other things as well, as you will learn in the course of this segment. It's my pleasure indeed to welcome those who have come to educate us about this, Mr. Desmond Adeola, and he is the chairman of the ACC in Nigeria. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
And thank you very much for coming. Mr. Lekan Asuni has also come along, and he is president of NairoFarm, and NairoFarm stands for the Association of Representatives of Overseas Pharmaceutical Manufacturers.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Asuni.
Good morning to you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thanks.
Now, let me begin with the chairman. Sir, what led to the formation of this body?
Okay, a lot of things, one would say, will lead to this naturally. First is that in the international community, the realization was there that people were counterfeiting things. People were trying to do the shortcuts, trying to infringe on other people's intellectual property. So naturally, we in Nigeria as well, we cannot be an isolated case. We cannot be an island unto ourselves. So that was also affecting our markets, and I'm talking about the markets generally. In a case where globally about 3 trillions is being lost to these infringers. Naturally, within the country as well, our economy was impacted. 3 trillion in global trade, dollars. So where you have a situation like that, and of course you have consumers who are buying things that they think are good quality products, but those things are not working for them, and it begins to destroy the image that brands have built. You also have people, buying medicines, and they think these medicines are good quality medicines, not knowing that they are counterfeits of what it should really be. If I give you an example, maybe somebody is suffering from diabetes, and he thinks he's going to buy a drug that he thinks will treat that diabetes, and he finds out first is that the drug is expensive because it's good quality, and then he spends his hard-earned money, and what he's got is a counterfeit, and he thinks the drug is not working. His case gets worse.
It may even do more damage.
And so by the time we started putting all these things together, the brand owners are suffering, the consumers are suffering, even the government is also suffering, because you find out that counterfeiters, they are a network. They don't want to put in the investment that is required. They just want to steal from others what does not belong to them. So by the time we put all these things together, we found out that people were almost resorting to self-help. Then we decided that we were going to have a collaboration of all stakeholders so that we can champion the fight against the counterfeiting. So I think...
Mr. Stoney, who are the members of this coalition?
Yeah, thank you very much. As is rightly pointed out, we have a number of members. We have brand owners. You can see brand owners cutting across the various sectors of the economy, from fast-moving consumer goods to pharmaceuticals, to mention those who have brands that have the intellectual property are being infringed. But nonetheless, we still have other stakeholders like solicitors who are into intellectual property protection, because we need a wider approach to fight counterfeit and all that. So it's a broad spectrum of members, brand owners, those who are involved in protecting the brands as well. So, yeah.
What about regulatory authorities? Are they part of this?
Yeah, because like we said, all stakeholders, and that includes regulatory authorities as well. In our meetings, I can say very clearly that SON, they're always represented at our meetings. We've had the NAFDAC representative also who attends from time to time, and the customs also have shown a lot of interest. Apart from that, we have the musical association of musicians who are also worried about piracy of their products. So it's a broad spectrum, and like he said, also there are also lawyers, law firms who also have the passion for addressing this, and even the consumers. We've got consumers there, so it's for all. It's a fight for all.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Mr. Sudi, what kinds of things do you do in this advocacy that you're doing to fight counterfeiting?
I think in the fight against counterfeit, first is we try to raise awareness for both to consumers, raise awareness to authorities who need to take action, raise awareness to among the industry as well, so that everybody is pretty much aware about this issue of counterfeiting. The second bit is to look at policy and legislative frameworks that tend to address counterfeiting, and we review that across board to see that these legal provisions are robust enough that it could serve as deterrent, to those who are partaking in it. So part of the advocacy would be to review some of those legislations, those who are a bit dormant or are not there, to see how they actually fit for purpose, and they can serve as deterrent. Beyond that, we do advocacy to authorities who are meant to abdicate